Merry meet guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't made a video in a while. I think it's probably because Witches of the Moon, we've did our farewell for the season, a couple, I think last week or the week before. Um, but I want to get back into making videos, not just on the YouTube Pagan Challenge, even though that's what this video is going to be on. I'm probably going to do, I need to catch up. Last one I did was through 29, and this is week 33, so I need to do 30 through 33. I didn't know if I wanted to make a single video for each of the topics or combine them. Um, so I think what I'll do is, since I'm in a talkative mood, I'll combine 30 through 33 in this video. So, um, and I'll post the questions like I always do below. So yeah, let's start. So question number 30 is cursing, binding, or banishing techniques I'm guessing that I use. I'll go through each one of what I like to do and what I've done the most. And I know there's a lot of ethics when it comes into, I'm sorry, looking at my phone. There's a lot of ethics that comes into with cursing and hexing and all that jazz is involved. My point of view is, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. But don't look down on others or tell others that they shouldn't do that because you don't believe it's right. If they believe it's right and they believe they're doing the right thing, let them do their thing. That's how it is. If you're not comfortable with it, that's okay. Someone else may be comfortable with doing it. It's their path. Let them follow it. Now, with that being said, there are I do curse, I do hex, bindings and banishings and all that jazz. I don't believe in the threefold law or the Wiccan Rede or anything like that. I'm not a Wiccan. But some of my favorite I don't really know how, because I haven't really done one in a while, because I haven't really needed to. I'm about to do one tomorrow, but that's not really a favorite way to do it. Well, I guess a technique for me for a curse is powders. Is laying down like a hot foot powder or a banishment powder or a controlling powder or a confusion powder. I'm getting really interested in making different powders and for different uses and enchanting them for different uses. And since I said I'm doing one tomorrow, let me explain. And it doesn't bother me because the spell's already done. I'm just laying the trick tomorrow. But there, next door to us, where I work, there is a shop where they do shady stuff. But they keep a dog in the shop for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's locked up in a cage. And our walls are thin, and we can hear it howl, and so they're basically kind of abusing the animal. They're not there. They're not there at the posted hours. Sometimes it'll be they'll leave at like 8 o'clock one night and not come back until 6 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. So it's just okay. Sorry, my partner. So I'm going to, and we've already took all the mundane methods. We've called animal control, and that started a big fight with us and them because they knew who it was. Okay, will do. So we're kind of at opposite ends. They don't mess with us. We don't mess with them. But we want me and my manager want them to get caught doing it. Sorry, my partner's messaging me back and forth. And so I made this powder, which it's not from a hexing or a cursing book. It's the Dark Goddess powder. It's out of Silver Ravenwolf book, her protection spell book, and it's to catch an animal abuser. So I'm gonna go lay that trick down tomorrow. I think using powders is an awesome way to curse someone. You can, and there is multi-purpose. I know I won't use all the powder that I made yesterday. Since I won't be able to, it says in the book to go through their store and sprinkle it in their store and chant the chant. Um, but since we're on bad terms, I'm not allowed. We're not going in the shop. Not that I would want to anyway. Um, so how I'm going to do it is I'm going to sprinkle a thin, or not thin, I'll sprinkle it very on their front door, so when they walk over it, it activates. And I'll also sprinkle it on their back door, so I'll get them both, because a lot of times they put the dog out back, and this is intended not to harm the dog in any way, shape, or form. It's intended to catch the animal abuser or shut them down, whether they get caught for abusing the animal or they get caught for something else. It gets kind of like the police's attention. Um, and it also, in the spell, it's written back to where it protects us, where we don't get any negative fallback as a store. So I think that's my favorite cursing method, would be a powder. I do have my own hot foot powder recipe. I did a little bit hotter version of that for share a spell week for Witches of the Moon. I think it's Hellfire powder or something like that. I don't remember what I called it. Something like that. Now for binding, I'm not a big fan of, because you bind that person to you. I can understand the aspect of binding them where they can't do anything else, but I don't like the physical aspect of energetically binding them to yourself, if that makes any sense. And that's one theory of binding. But I'm not a big fan of that one. But I do like freezing them in their own shit, so to speak. So my favorite binding is to put a person's name or a situation that I'm going through on ice, theoretically, or actually physically. What I do is I write down the person's name that's I'm having a problem with, or they just won't leave me alone, or I just want them to stop, like to freeze, like chill the fuck out. Basically, what the spell's called, chill out spell. And write them down, put them in a resealable bag, Ziploc bag, fill it up with water so the paper is covered, put it in the back of the freezer, close the freezer. You can do that with situations, you can do that with people. If situation at work is going too hectic where you just need everything to calm down and chill out, you can write that situation down like a letter form and do the same thing and roll it up so it's small enough to be covered with water in the bag and throw it in the freezer. And a good way to do is slam the freezer door and say, chill the fuck out. It gets the energy out. It raises energy enough and it lets it out. Now, banishing techniques. There are a lot of banishing things, banishing techniques that I do. There's something on my screen and it's bothering the hell out of me. Banish a person. Again, I think a powder would be fantastic. I do go through a lot of hot foot powder. But to banish energy and to banish negative or unwanted spirits, I do the lesser banishment ritual of the pentagram. I know a lot of my videos are folk magic, but I know a lot of ceremonial magic stuff as well. And that's one of the things that I really took from studying ceremonial magic, is lesser banishing, LBRP. I can't even say it. Lesser banishment ritual of the pentagram, whatever. I don't know why I'm tongue-tied, but I took that. I know there's more. I just haven't been able to get through the book that I was studying. I was studying Modern Magic and Typical of High Witchcraft. Modern Magic by Daniel Craig not Daniel Craig. Michael. Michael Craig? No. Hold on. Ooh. Sorry. Donald Craig. I didn't want to mislead anybody or offend anybody. Donald Craig. And the Temple of High Witchcraft by Penzak in his Temple of Witchcraft series, which is a good series. I just haven't been able to get through. Mostly I'm stuck on both of them in the Kabbalah part. At the moment, me and the Kabbalah don't jive. But I used that ritual to banish unwanted spirits, unwanted energies out of my house when I cleanse. And I do that twice a month, or more so if I feel like there needs to be in my house. Now, as for a person, if I'm getting rid of a person, one of the things that I've found very convenient is to I'm trying to think of how I did that. There's two different ways of what I did. Is I would write the person's name on a piece of, like a square piece of, the one square sheet of toilet paper, or three, each on three, and then throw them down the toilet, flush, throw them down the toilet, flush, throw them down the toilet, flush. And each time I flush, I would see them walking further and further and further away out of my life. That's one way to do it, or one way that I do it. And another way is write their name 3 times, and then turn the page 90 degrees and write "be gone," or "go away," or "leave me alone," and charge it and see them walking away and then burn it in a fire, or set it under a candle with set it under a black or white candle for them to leave you alone, or what have you. That's those are ways that I've used before. So there's enough on that. The next time I'll talk about number 31, which is how to enhance your dreams, have prophetic dreams, prevent nightmares, and aid sleep. That's all one question. And I think I might end the video with this question and then do another one for week 32 and 33. Depends on how long I talk. So I'm going to start with the first one. How do I enhance my dreams? Usually, spirit activity, because there's no AC on. Usually, if I want to enhance my dreams, oh no, the AC is on. I'm sorry. If I want to enhance my dreams to where I do dream, if I want to do dream work, which I'm not really good at the moment, I'm working on it. But if I want to, I found out a long time ago that for me, sandalwood, if I can find that damn brand again that I had and that I used, I would use it every night when I go to sleep. Because the brand of I would burn sandalwood incense, to clear the point, to enhance my dreams. It would make me sleepy, and I would dream so vivid that when I wake up, I'd feel refreshed when I woke up, but my dreams would be, when I did it last, I was still living with a friend. I wasn't together with my partner, so that tells you how long it's been. It's been, actually next week is the 27th, is our anniversary for 6 years being together. All these are rough patches, but beside the point. So for me to enhance my dreams, I would burn a certain scent of incense. For me, it was sandalwood. I don't like the smell of lavender by itself. Like lavender vanilla, lavender berry, lavender and sandalwood, that's a beautiful scent. But lavender by itself, to me, just stinks. I have to have it mixed with something. Because and that doesn't make me, lavender itself, it calms me. But adding that sandalwood kick, like there was a lavender sandalwood incense I found online. It was a sample that was sent to my store, or the store where I work, the shop where I work, and I used it that night, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I couldn't afford what they would pay, or what I would pay for the incense. I couldn't afford that. Hearing doors close outside. So for me, scents and like having a piece of incense going while I'm going to sleep is good. Always be careful. And be in a well ventilated room. I think, or have a fan, or I always have a fan going, so it doesn't make you choke. I know when I lived in my old apartment, Um, I choked myself out one night with an incense stick. It was too strong, and I didn't have my door closed or anything. It just the thick smoke, like my eyes started to burn, and my eyes. I woke up because I was coughing, so I opened my window and like go out in the front room and sleep for the rest of the night. But yeah, so to enhance my sleep or enhance my dreams, I use scent or aromatherapy, and for me it's sandalwood. Anything soothing or magical, so to scent. Sandalwood and patchouli, those two. Um, how to have prophetic dreams. Um, that's only happened on a couple of occasions, and it was really when I was little. I would dream of what would happen the next day, and it happened. I haven't really had prophetic dreams in a while. I'm not saying I'm never going to have them again. Um, there are multiple spells that you can find online to have prophetic dreams. Multiple dream pillows you can make with prophetic herbs like mugwort or valerian, or that stuff stinks. I wouldn't use valerian, or lavender, mugwort, wormwood, any of the psychotropic herbs for scent, not to taste or to put in your mouth. For the scent, chamomile, things like that to kind of help you with prophetic dreams. You can also have certain crystals under your pillow. I think any high vibrational crystal, like celestite, angelite, amethyst, a clear quartz charged for prophetic dreaming, um, that would definitely help you. Or you can enchant your pillow for prophetic dreaming. So if you before you go to bed, you can say a prayer over your pillow to bring about prophetic dreaming. Um, Next one is to prevent nightmares. I have a I don't want to get into cultural appropriation because wasn't made by a Native American tribe. But as you see behind me, I have a dream catcher, and I also have one that's hanging above me because I read or someone told me that for a dream catcher to actually work and weed out the nightmares, it needs to have air flow through it. It needs to be able to have dreams flow through. The one behind me is I haven't charged, but the one above me I have to prevent nightmares. Um, I know it's not authentic. It wasn't made by Native American. It was mass produced. I got it from a store. Of course, it's rainbow colors. Um, but I don't mean to offend anybody, but for me it works the same. I did have one back home that was made by Native American. Um, that they were out at a festival and they were making them there, and I bought it, and it's still at home. It's hanging on the wall back home. I didn't feel like I didn't want to bring that with me down here and it break, because it's a pretty big one. So I didn't want it to break. So I wanted to leave it at home. So, and to aid sleep, for me, I take medication to sleep because I can't quiet my mind enough. So for me, I take valerian root pills to help me sleep. You can find them in the herbal section if you're having a hard time sleeping. I do recommend that, or melatonin. Melatonin for me makes me really jittery, and you build up a tolerance for that after a while. Valerian root, it stinks really bad, but it definitely works. Um, but if you're on any medication, I do advise you talk to your doctor before you start taking valerian root because it could have an adverse effect on the medication you're taking. So always, if you're going to start a new herbal supplement, I don't know why I can't talk tonight. If you're going to start a new herbal supplement, always talk to your primary care doctor if you see one, and if you're on any medication, to see if that herbal supplement may interfere with the medication you're on. Because I don't want any of you guys to have any side effects that um, could potentially put your life in danger. Because I'm suggesting to take valerian root to help you. That helps me sleep. This is one of my aids to help me sleep. And if you want to try it, I first recommend you talk to your doctor. I sound like a commercial for Cymbalta. Um, or Sinistra, or whatever the fuck it's called. Cymbalta. Whatever. So with that, I'm going to end this video, and then I'm going to talk about, in the next video, I'm going to do 32 and 33. So until next time, you'll see me in the same getup. Until the next video, many blessings, guys.